Hello, Jamar Shah coming to you today from Frederick, Maryland. Today I'm with my friend Josh Funk, and we are at Rehab to Perform in the Frederick Indoor Sporting Complex. So, just like always, why am I doing what I'm doing? To let you know that number one, there's successful people who need to have their stories told. There's people who need to hear successful stories. And to let you know, you could go out there with a camera phone and a selfie stick and impact your community in a positive way. So just like always, no interviews over 10 minutes long, no lighting, no special editing, and we actually have some guy talking kind of loud right now, so I'm going to need you guys to bear with us. So, Josh, why do you do what you do?
I've always been passionate about health and wellness, and I've just been very fortunate to be able to create a vehicle where I can share that with other people.
All right, so what does that mean?
So pretty much, ever since I was young, I've always been active, played multiple sports growing up. Parents were, especially my mom, was a little bit of a health nut. So I've just always taken specific interest in taking care of myself, being very active, being good at physical activity. And then it took an injury in college during my sophomore year where I had a torn labrum, and fortunate I was able to avoid surgery, and that took me down this road with physical therapy being a component of health and wellness.
Okay, so are you actually you are a physical therapist?
Correct.
So what does CSCS mean?
So that means I have my certification as strength and conditioning specialist. So what that allows us to do, and that is the standard for everybody that works at Rehab to Perform, it allows us to work with people longer on a continuum. So we can deal with people who have pain and then also help them achieve a high level of function after they become pain-free. So the goal here is really to get people better than they've ever been.
Okay, so how long have you been a physical therapist, number one? And number two, what has been one of the proudest moments of your career?
I have been a physical therapist for almost 5 years. I graduated in 2011, worked at 3 other places before opening up Rehab to Perform, and I think really the proudest moment is a moment I had late last year where I felt really that Rehab to Perform is going to be around for a while.
Okay, what was that moment? Do you mind sharing?
To be honest, it's just one of those things where you look back and you look back at the growth of your business throughout the course of the year. You look at things like finances, you look at things in terms of how many people you've served throughout the course of the year and the general trend, and it's very, very promising for 2016.
Okay, cool. So far, what has been one of the lowest moments of your career?
Lowest moments. I think, if anything, just times where I've put too much on my plate and I've under-delivered. I think big thing that I'm able to do this year and really started to do at the end of the year last year was to find people to help out with the mission. Find people with a common mission, and that has allowed me to be more effective. It's allowed me to reach more people, and it's allowed me to get in situations where I'm, if anything, going to under-promise and over-deliver instead of over-promising and under-delivering.
Okay, so on the personal side, what book are you currently reading or audio are you currently listening to?
The book that I'm reading right now is The Power of Mindset.
Okay.
It's all about fixed mindset versus growth mindset and just the different patterns and where you can see people either getting stuck in this fixed mindset or appreciating situations where you could benefit from a growth mindset. It's also relates to finding ways to help people that you work with or that you're friends with adapting the same growth mindset. Audio, I'm a big podcast guy. I've got my Instacast app every single morning. It's about a 25-minute ride from Clarksburg. I'm listening to anything from Gary Vee to Tim Ferriss to Strength Coach podcast to Rob Wolf's Paleo podcast. So I've got a decent amount of podcasts on there that at the beginning of the week just hit download, and I've got plenty of stuff to listen to as the week goes on.
Good stuff. So speaking of mindset, have you heard of the book Mindset by Carol Dweck?
I have not, but I will be sure to check it out after we get done today.
Yes, sir. Okay, also travel. So if you were to ever move, where would be a dream destination to live at, or just a dream destination to visit?
To live at, to be honest, I'm just such a huge family person. I don't really see myself ever moving too far.
Okay.
Don't live too much further from my mom, my dad. My brothers are still here. I'm relatively close. I've got family in Pennsylvania, family in Virginia. So as much as I like to travel, I don't see myself living anywhere else, but dream destination by far is Australia. I like anything outdoors, things like surfing, scuba diving, and safari really would be appealing to me.
Cool. So that leads to my next question. Do you have one of those major goals where maybe safari across Africa or scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef, or like something that you want to do? I know I'm going to be going skydiving soon. So is there anything crazy that you're looking forward to doing?
I want to cage dive with great white sharks off the coast of California.
All right. So I was not.
I had to
expecting
one-up
that.
you.
I was not expecting that. Do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started and successful?
I'm pretty basic. I think if anything, right, a couple small things. Coffee, kiss my girlfriend before I leave in the morning, and then I'm a big routine guy with breakfast, eggs. I'll put in a variety of vegetables, and my boar's head bacon.
Your what?
Boar's head bacon.
What is that?
It's bacon that just has a little bit less of the additives in it compared to a lot of bacon. And I know you're talking about, oh, we're making bacon more healthy. Yeah, bacon is what it is, but that's my routine. So.
Okay. So for those of you who do not know, I do not do this whole crazy dieting. Like, I go to McDonald's. When's the last time you went to McDonald's?
I don't know.
It's been that long. All right. So also, do you have something that's a habit that you do that if you were not to do it, your day would not feel complete? Like some people is meditating, praying. Some people have they're religious about their smoothie. So not necessarily a morning routine, but something you do every day. And if you don't do it, your day does not feel right.
I think at this point, really just either reaching out to a family member. I think that's probably the biggest piece. Like I said earlier, I'm really big on family. So, some kind of connection either with my mom, my father, whether or not it's one of my three brothers, my sister, just calling, checking in, texting, see how they're doing. Everybody's got good things going on in their own lives. So I think the constant contact with family, sometimes it also just keeps you grounded. So I say that's a big part of my daily routine.
Okay, so I heard 3 brothers and
Yes.
1 sister?
Correct.
So where do you fall in that ranking, though?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I was the trial run, as my parents call it, and as long as they did okay with me, it made things easier for the rest of them. So.
Okay. So also I've seen on Facebook you have one brother who goes to the University of Maryland.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
And what is he? He's a football player.
Correct. Yep.
What position does
He's
he play?
a freshman running back.
Freshman running back.
Yep.
Okay. And so what about your other siblings? Are they going to college yet, or?
My brother, the same age, he's going to go play lacrosse at UMBC this coming fall. I have a brother who will be a junior this coming fall, who played lacrosse and football and wants to play football in college. And then my sister went to Ohio State with me. She played lacrosse at Ohio State and ended up marrying an Ohio State baseball boy. And they have a little one on the way.
Okay.
In about 2 months.
Gotcha. Okay, so you mentioned that you played sports in high school, right?
Right.
In college as well?
Correct.
Okay, so what did you play?
I played lacrosse at Ohio State.
Okay, so no football, no track, it was always lacrosse for you?
I played football, basketball, and lacrosse in high school, and lacrosse ended up being my passion.
Okay, cool. So what is one of your keys to staying humble? Because you're a pretty young guy, you got this business that's thriving, and you're pretty successful. So how do you stay humble?
I think it comes down to the family. Once again, I mean, I think growing up in the environment I did, my parents are a little bit old school. They were just big believers in working hard and not necessarily talking about the stuff that you're doing all the time, but just doing what you do, right? Be about the person that you are. I've just never been in a position where I've really been able to get a big head because my mom and dad are always there to knock me down a few pegs
Right.
and make sure that I remember where I came from.
Okay, so wrapping up, how would you like people to get a hold of you? Facebook, email, cell phone, work phone, like how can people get a hold of you?
Josh_Funk at Twitter and Instagram, and then Funk_Docta, DOCTA for Snapchat. It's a childhood nickname, so easy on the jokes. Other than that, I'm very easy to connect with on Facebook.
Okay, so you got Snapchat going on.
Right.
Are you vining yet?
I'm not vining yet, and to be honest, I'm pulling back a little bit from Twitter. I just don't know if it's quite as effective as stuff like Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat for me right now, but it's a lot to keep track of, isn't it?
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So, ValorLives Interview Series number 26. Go to my website, valorlives.com. Put in Josh in the search engine. All his information will pop up. So, go out there, show some valor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. See you next week. Say bye.
See you later, guys.